Hi everybody, and welcome to my first real estate video of 2021. We are starting the 2021 real estate market much the way we left the 2020 real estate market. It is a solid seller's market and it's a challenge for buyers. Why is that? Well, what we're seeing is that sellers are not putting their homes on the market for a variety of reasons, a fair amount to do with COVID. If you are working from home and your kids are attending school from home, it's very difficult to show your house. And so a lot of people are staying put even when they need more space. But if you're going to sell your house, you also need to be able to buy a house. And with a limited number of listings, I think people are nervous about moving forward with a sale. What does that mean if you're a buyer? It means that you need to be really well prepared. It means you need to do your homework and meet with a very well-respected lender who can make sure that your loan can happen, get pre-approved, provide them the paperwork. If you need information about a lender that could do this for you, please let me know. I'm happy to provide you with some top-notch resources. If you are a buyer, you also need to be really flexible about getting out to see properties. You need to know the communities that you are interested in buying in. People are starting to write offers sight unseen. That is not something that we, saw occasionally in previous markets, but now we're seeing a lot more of it. We used to only see it with people coming from the West Coast or overseas, and now we're just seeing it in communities where people have been watching the market. Now, some of those fall out of contract because people actually do see the property and realize it's not the home for them, but a lot of them are sticking too. So being flexible and getting out to see properties right away is really important. If a property goes on the market at noon, it's not unreasonable for you to want to get out and see it before 4 or 5 in the afternoon that day, and to be prepared to put in an offer if it's something that you think would work for you. And that brings me to my final point, which is more now than ever, I think buyers need to be willing to compromise on their must-have list. That's always something that was a learning process. Your must-have was not always what you ended up with. And as you went through the process, you began to see what things you really could live without. Well, now that list, you get through it a lot faster. Maybe you thought you needed a 2,800 square foot house. Well, maybe a 2,100 square foot house with an open floor plan could also work for you. Maybe you thought you needed a townhome, but perhaps a condo could do the trick. Maybe you felt like you needed to be, inside the Beltway. Well, maybe just outside the Beltway would also work. So I think that more now than ever, buyers are needing to consider areas in which they can compromise just to open up a couple of more listings for them. It's really important that you have a great team on your side if you are going to go into the market either as a buyer or as a seller. When you're a seller and you've got multiple contracts coming in, you need someone who can really help evaluate how those contracts work for you, because it's not always just about the money. There are also a lot of other factors that come into play when evaluating a contract. And if you're a buyer, you need to have an agent who can help you get that property. And I have a really solid track record of getting properties for my clients. So anyway, I wish I was bringing you better news, but the good news is interest rates are fantastic. So it really is a good time to buy if you can find the right property. And you know what? Let's find the right property. Give me a call, send me a text, send me a Facebook message, whatever works for you. But let's get the process started and let's find your new home in 2021. Have a great rest of your day, folks. Bye-bye.